Price and I felt one of the biggest advantages was that you stayed right on schedule. You gave us a schedule, and you hit those dates exactly, if not exceeded them. Probably the greatest thing that I found was the help in designing the office.
What did Denco do?
We had drawn up some plans with an architect 5 or 6 years ago. We had a pretty good idea what we wanted to do, but when Steve came in and discussed what we wanted to do, we found out that that really was going to work for us, and so he was able to give us some good ideas. A much better design by working with Denco, somebody that's experienced with dental construction than we had by going to an architect that dealt with dental design. I felt that we had better result.
As Dr. Smith mentioned, with Denco, it was nice to get some different ideas on the layout. And I've gone back in there and looked in there now, and what we ended up with is probably the best layout for that space. And I think it's going to work really well for our traffic flow with our hygiene patients and with the surgery patients we have. So it's been a really good experience.
We've worked with some different construction companies in the past doing remodels, or when we actually built this building, which was 10 years ago. And the company that built this building for us, they're a commercial builder, and this was their first dental project, and they really had no comprehension of how we do dentistry. And so to me, one of the biggest advantages to Denco is all they do is dental construction. So they understand where the doctor sits, how the ergonomics are, how you're reaching for instruments, or where you need a sink or things like that. And we ended up, when we first built this office, with some really ergonomic problems, in that there wasn't enough room to move a chair around behind move the dentist chair behind the patient's chair, different things like that. So we ended up remodeling our office that we constructed 10 years ago, mainly to give us a little more space so that we could work more efficiently. And when we started to look into doing this expansion, we did talk to some other contractors. One of the contractors wouldn't give us a bid until we had plans on the expansion, and we didn't know what we wanted to do until we talked to Steve. So to me, that was one of the advantages, is working with somebody that understands dentistry and the business of dentistry and how to construct for dentistry. Our experience with Denco in performing a major expansion and remodel in our office was a very good experience. They were able to help us design a system that was more ergonomic and worked out much better as far as our efficiency. They were able to construct it as they designed it, and that with good attention to detail, and that it was very obtrusive to our schedule. We were able to pretty much run our office as normal. Denco communicated well. We dates on time and scheduling, and it worked out really quite well. We knew exactly what was going on, when it was going to be completed. The major selling point to me was the design, helping us to design a system that worked well for us, and being able to construct that design in a timely fashion, stay on schedule,